Brunch. That's how we say brunch.
Here's to the ladies who say basic with their lunch. Be a queen.
Be a boss.
Ladies who brunch and pop it off.
Hey, we pop and pop it off. We pop.
All right. The episode's about to start.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ladies Who Brunch. I'm Julissa.
What's good, everybody? This is Skittlez.
And this week, I'm so fucking hyped because favorite people on the planet. And I know I say that, and I have like a group of people who are like in this grouping of favorite people of the planet. And this is one of the first people who's made it on that list. And before I even let them introduce themselves, I want to tell a little anecdote. So the first time I saw this person was on stage. And they were performing a piece at MCC Theater. And I just remember it was, I want my words to fuck you. And I was like, wow, that's so powerful. And I believe in the piece you do talk about your identity a bit. And I was just like, oh, this is intriguing. This person is so intriguing. And, you know, I wasn't in the theater company then. And then there was a day I was in Union Square and I was crossing like in the tunnels to transfer trains. And I saw you. And I didn't stop to say anything because I didn't know you, but I remember feeling excited as though I had seen a celebrity on the street. It was very exciting to me. I was like, oh, that's the guy from the show. Oh my God, that's the guy, the one that was incredible. And that was my first impression of you, and that like excitement and like fucking glory and just like, actually still remains and has not changed throughout the years. So I know who you are to me, but Lambie, who the fuck are you?
Hello, everybody. I'm Lambie, also known as Gina Cakestand, also known as Sad Bitch number 0865, known as Minister Ashinkashay McFadden. I am the proud father of a cat who is not so proud of me for many reasons. He's here during my grinder hookups. But I'm very, very happy to be here with you guys. I'm a kid from the Bronx, from Queens. And I'm excited to be here with the two of you for the first time on your platform. I'm very excited to be here, actually. Like, I kind of be in my bedroom, like, kind of grooving out to your opening, actually, because it's so fucking funky. So I'm very excited. I'm a little bit fangirling it, but I'm being cool about it. I feel like we get to like change places because apparently you were fangirling about me. So I'm here.
Yes. And shout out to Joe and Bozo who made that track for us.
So
you know,
funky.
Lambie, I just have to say, like, you know, you're an incredibly talented actor, right? An incredibly talented writer. And I'd love to hear a little bit about what your introduction to that world was.
Oh, wow. My introduction to theater came from me not really wanting to go home, actually. I was roaming the halls one day after school, just because, like, you know, schooling had just gotten out and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm a child of the 90s, so you know, shit's hard at home. Our fearless leader, Lucy Thurber, was the drama director at my school at the time, and she came bounding down the hallway. Lambie, what are you doing between now and whatever the fuck the time that the show was going to be produced? And I was like, I'm not doing anything. And she was like, fine, you're in the show. And she dragged me up to the auditorium for my first rehearsal of Our Town.
Not
And
our town.
we did
It's
our
always
town.
our town.
It is always our town, but you know, our production was lit. Our production was fucking lit. It was good. And I played, I played editor web. And I did my first show just out of happenstance. And the community that you can develop in theater is so instantaneous and so supportive. So I got really stuck into that, and I got really addicted to that aspect of that, because I wasn't growing up, I didn't really watch a whole lot of movies, you know, like I didn't have the thing of like, oh, I really want to be Will Smith or Martin Lawrence or anything like that. So it was really just like, oh, these people will have my back. These people will look out for me. These people will tell me that I'm important and that I'm good at something. And that was really big for me. And Lucy being the writer that she is and cultivating the writers around her and stuff like that, eventually I started writing, which I was doing a little bit in middle school as well. But more or less, that's how I came into it. And I met you, I met people at MCC, I made other connections, and here I am now.
And here you are and fully evolved into this just really insightful artist. And I think that that's what I appreciate the most about the way you show up in spaces and the way, you know, your work presents itself, is that it is not ever pointing a finger, but it does wave attention to things, and it just asks, right? It doesn't demand anything specific of you other than you choosing to engage it and giving it the respect of listening.
I really appreciate you saying that. Actually, it's for real. It's really, really kind of you. I think that people. I don't really watch Schitt's Creek actually, but my roommate has been really getting into it. But I appreciate the culture around Schitt's Creek was that, like, you know, we're not teaching a lesson about what it's like to be gay in the world or anything like that, but we're showing a world where like it's okay, and what are the options and opportunities that come out of that, and that's something that I feel like I've always been trying to cultivate in my work as well. Just like, what is it like to have the things that I've learned, the mountains, the work that it took to climb the mountains that I've had to climb, have that radiate around me, as opposed to me always pointing to it. And I feel like that has been very effective in my work. So thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm a super fan. I'm a super fan.
We fangirling.
Let's get into the brunch.
Let's get into it. Let's get into
it. What is your go-to brunch bebida when you go out to brunch?
Okay, so my go-to, if you're asking me my go-to, it's definitely a mimosa. But that's like the fallback. But I will ask the waiter if they make hot toddies, which I know is not a common thing for brunch. But I am a tea drinker. I love to sip hot beverages. I'm the bitch that'll be sipping on a hot tea in August in the sun, because that's just how I roll. And I love a hot toddy, honey, clove, lemon, your Jameson, and hot water. That's it. Don't put no tea bag in my hot toddy. I will not put it. Do not put no tea bag in my fucking hot toddy. But yeah, that's if I can get a hot toddy made right, that's what it is.
That's so interesting.
No, we open Brunch, the restaurant down the line, which is a new endeavor in my heart that I have. Right?
Yes, I love that.
Brunch 24/7. Anyway,
I love that.
But I wonder, like, the drinks that people want to drink and why, and it makes sense, right? Because if we go to Alice's Teacup, you know, for like that, nobody's questioning the endless tea. Why are we questioning?
And yet, I seem to be the person that's always questioning the endless tea at Alice's Teacup. I'm always the bitch Me and Julissa will go to Alice's Teacup, and I'm always the bitch that's like, can I get something that's not tea?
There was that one time I managed to have you pick out a tea that you liked, that you were able to sit through.
I feel like the one that I always remember is when they brought me apple juice, but they still brought it in like a tea pot.
I remember that.
So I still got the experience.
That's cute, actually. Like, I feel like that's like drinking your golden fruit champagne out of a wine flute, out of a champagne flute. You know, like it's like you get the color of the tea. I think that's really cute, actually. Yeah. That's fatherhood. That's. I'm gonna not store that away for fatherhood.
So then, also, when you're drinking your hot toddy, what is your go-to brunch plate?
I love a very well-made French toast.
Ooh.
What is a very well-made French toast for you?
And that's the question, isn't it?
That's the question,
isn't it? I love a really thick cut brioche that is not overly doused in the custard. I like my French toast a little bit dry. I don't like my French toast to be too soggy in the middle. Yeah. I like that sweet. I like the syrup and stuff like that. I like tons of fruit. I love some yogurt.
Ooh, have you ever been to Hotel Chantal?
No, I need to do it.
Yeah, there's this place called Hotel Chantal. I had my birthday there like, oh my God, when I was like in my 20s. I don't even remember. It was like maybe like 3 years ago, right? But they have like this deal where you can do a prefix for like your birthday, family style brunch. They have this French toast. Oh, and it has like, it's like 2 pieces of French toast and then there's like a custard in the middle.
Wait, like it's like, what kind of custard is it? Like, I mean, is it the custardy from like the bread being soaked in the egg dip, or like
no, it's like a custard that they put in the middle. Like
here.
Like a vanilla-y type of, like kind of like a cake situation, but like, and then it has like and then they have like, you know, the fruit on top of it and shit. It's delicious. I love French toast. I actually, like in the world of pancakes, French toast, waffles, I usually go for waffles first, then French toast before I go for pancakes.
I'm French toast, pancakes, waffles.
I love a French toast. If I'm out, I love doing French toast. If I'm home, I love doing pancakes. Waffles is a whole other thing, because you need that iron and all the other jazz like that. And for some reason, I don't know, I prefer a pancake over waffle. But the French toast, if they do it right, it just hits. And get that good sausage, that real good flavorful sausage. I like a whole feast for my brunch whenever I do it.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes, it is.
Literally like this. And mind you, it's not even that I'm like, I was like, yeah, and I was stuck in the thought of a French toast is what it was. Because I haven't eaten yet today. So I was like, French toast, my birthday. Yes. French toast on my birthday. And then I was like,
French toast is like, I fuck with French toast in the way that like, that's like, if I'm not going to make a bacon and egg situation for breakfast, I'm probably going to do French toast. Because like, you just potato bread, whisk a fucking egg, vanilla, cinnamon.
But for some reason in my mind, because like, if I'm ever making French toast, like it's just a lot of work, because like I need the bread to be dried out. I need the bread, like there's a way to do it. So like pancakes is just like you throw it all together and it's done. But French toast is kind of, for me, a 2-day process actually.
Oh wow. You bougie.
I know.
Whatever.
I am.
Lambie, I'm literally sitting on your boat because I'm like, the few times I've ever made French toast for myself, I'm like, why the fuck did you even do that? Like, why would you're not happy with this French toast? It's not the French toast.
No, I fuck with my own homemade French toast. Fuck out of here. Give me my
You be
potato.
making the French toast with the Wonder Bread?
No, not Wonder Bread with potato bread. It's good though. You gotta fuck with my you gotta just taste it. You can't bang it till you try it.
That's true.
Okay. I'll bang you.
So, Lambie, tell us a bit about what it was like going out to eat growing up. It's meant to do exactly what it just did. Let's unpack.
Yeah, I know, right? Girl, we never went out. I mean, like going out meant like ordering from the Chinese food, the Chinese place, you know. There was this really sweet time where one of my mom's boyfriends, one of like the good boyfriends, like rented a car and we drove somewhere in bumfuck Jersey and went to Friendly's. And that was a big deal. I was like, I don't even know Friendly's that well, but we went to Friendly's. It was so cute. Like I sat in the back seat. We drove for, in my mind, hours. But it was just nice being in the back seat. My mom and her boyfriend was up in the front. I don't even remember if there was anything being played or anything like that. But we went to Friendly's and got like a nice little burger and stuff like that. And we chit-chatted and then went home. But it wasn't a common occurrence at all growing up. Which I wonder how that has affected like my upbringing now, because like I'm very much like, I'm a chicken sandwich. See, like it's funny because I just claimed being bougie.
Yeah,
but I'm a chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
I'm a chicken sandwich from the deli. Bitch!
I don't ever want
I used to go to the Sizzler.
French toast again.
He was like, I used to go to the Sizzler every fucking week.
Fuck out of here. Don't ever come for my French toast again, you chicken sandwich ass bitch. Fuck out of here.
I love my fucking chicken sandwich. I love my chicken sandwich. I love my fucking chicken sandwich from the deli. I have one deli on. I'll shout out to the deli on 115th and Lenox because they're the only place that be making the chicken sandwich right.
Is it a fried chicken sandwich? Is it a grilled chicken sandwich?
See, it depends on my mood. If I'm trying to lose weight, then it's a grilled chicken sandwich. But if I'm being a little indulgent, then it's the fried chicken sandwich. I've been really into the spicy chicken sandwich, not from Popeyes, but from the deli. But yeah, I feel like I feel like that has definitely bled into like how I engage food now and stuff like that, which is so odd because when I cook for other people, I like to go above and beyond. I like to try to make it very special and stuff like that. But the food that I make for myself is very, very basic. And I wonder, I'm not sure if that's the case, if that is connected to how infrequently we went out to eat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was, I mean, like, we also, there was a lot of ceremony around food. And that ceremony, I mean, like, you know, growing up in the 90s, we were definitely on welfare, first of the month. That ceremony started when we went to the supermarket, you know, just the celebration of just going wild and not just throw it in the cart, throw it in the cart, fuck it, we getting that too. I might even get some honey nut I might even get some Fruit Loops or something like that, you know. So like, you know, the ceremony around that, building ceremony in places that there might not necessarily be ceremony. Normally there might not be ceremony. There was a special thing growing up.
Yeah, that's beautiful, actually. And I think that it's interesting because I wonder, like, you're looking at it from that angle, and I'd even be curious if like your brain remembers what it was like to then have the power in the going out to eat, right? How like now the relationship to going out to eat, or at least I know I had that moment for myself where I was like, I went from it's special occasions only to like, oh my God, I eat out all the time. I've almost lost reverence for what it means to go to a restaurant and sit down and be served.
Yeah, I hear that. And I definitely, I mean, like, it's not like I don't go out because I mean, like, I'm hanging out with y'all bougie asses. But, you know, one thing, like, I mean, in my mind, I feel like I always inflate the price of the food when I go out to eat. And, like, it is expensive when you go out. But in my mind, I'm going to be putting down hundreds of dollars down for a fucking night eating and stuff like that. And I'm just like, it only comes up to, for like 2 or 3 people, it only comes up to like $100, which is a lot, but it's not as crazy as I'll like blow it up in my head. So going out to eat is always just kind of like, oh, it's not that bad. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, I'm still going to be able to pay my rent. I'm still, you know, exercising survival mentality and poverty mentality is definitely a mountain to climb. Definitely.
Yes. And so what is your favorite bochinche topic to discuss over a meal?
I love talking about dick. I love talking about dick. I love talking about sex. I love talking about the grinder hookups. I love unpacking trauma over meals too. I really, really do. I love like touching base with my friends about like, this is where I'm at in my healing process. These are the things that I'm considering. I'm not, you know, like I said, like I didn't really grow up engaging in a lot of movies or engaging in I didn't have cable consistently, so I wasn't talking about all the cute things on Cartoon Network and MTV growing up. But unpacking like where my soul, where my heart, where my mindset is at has always been my go-to for that kind of stuff. That's where I feel the most home. I feel the most tuned in, actually. But the dick is definitely a big part. And dick sucking, particularly dick sucking, actually.
I mean, can we induct you into our hashtag swallow squad? Or
swallow squad?
Please.
Now it's me, Skittlez, and Curly.
I love it.
Okay, so put your right hand over your heart. Repeat after me. I, Alexander Lambie, vow to suck dick with all of my heart's desires.
To suck dick with all of my heart's desire.
And to swallow.
Whenever my heart wants to. And I appreciate that, actually.
No, because sometimes you decide that you don't want to swallow. And that's
I mean, actually, how do you guys feel about, are you guys, let's have the bochinche. Do you guys prefer swallowing over facials or facials over swallowing?
I do not like facials at all.
I've never had a facial because because it's either like in my mouth and then it comes out, or it's just like goes in.
I don't know, man. I love the fireworks. We'll just leave it at that. I love the fireworks, and I just sometimes, yes, exactly. Just get it all.
I just once somebody like accidentally like came not in my eye completely, but that some of it like got in my eye. My eye was for hours.
He's on that McDonald's diet, ain't he?
It was awful. And I was like, and that wasn't a facial, like it was literally like an accidental, like, oh, he came and like was like pulled out, I guess assuming that he should not have none in my mouth, right? And pulled it out, and it was like, and I was like, and that taught me everything I needed to know about how I feel about facials. That's it. I
I don't know, man. Like I'm totally the guy that's like, you know, I'm gonna be, you know, upstanding and stuff like that. But I love being a freak. I love doing hoe ass shit with my boy, with who I hope will eventually be my boyfriend. I love doing hoe ass shit with like somebody that I'm with, for real, because you know, safety and all that jazz.
Absolutely. And we're gonna talk about it in the WAP spot later.
Okay,
We're gonna pin it, we're gonna come back to
let's
it.
do it.